morning. We are here today looking at a very cute little switcher, which is, I believe, made by Roundhouse. I'm not sure if Roundhouse is still in business, but it was a kit, and you had to put it together and detail it. Some nice detailing on there. And I picked this up at a train store or train shows, like $5. You know, people sometimes don't want their stuff anymore. And it's in pretty good shape. Now it has a headlight on this end, but the kit didn't come with a light, and this doesn't have one either, but the headlight outward part is there. And on this side it's missing. So I'm going to eventually have to fabricate a new headlight and put actual lights in it. The only thing that I could see other than that that's missing is where that little black dot is. And that probably was some kind of smokestack. It still has its couplers. And interestingly, it's got all-wheel drive. Yep, all-wheel drive, sintered brass bearings on the wheels picking up. So it's a pretty good design. It wasn't an expensive model. Well, for me, obviously, I bought it again at a train show or train shop, but it wasn't an expensive model to begin with. Let's see if it runs. Now, my friend old George, who passed away years ago, was a great model railroader. He had one of these, and he called it a thrashing machine. Oh, she's a little sticky there, but she nudged. Reverse polarity. But you can see it's geared for being a switcher, you know, like a low speed, high power, maybe high torque. I see no light. It's great slow speed operation, just a little noisy. Now, so things I have to do here, put light bulbs in, so you have headlights, put a smokestack back. But I think the thing that would make this really special, and especially since it has such a great paint scheme, the black and red, Pacific Electric, is if this were an electrified electrified switcher. And it would need a pantograph. Now, if I put that pantograph on, which I happen to have laying around, somehow I think that would just make this awesome. Because having an electric switcher, 8-wheel pickup, 8-wheel drive, and then when it's all done, we'll put it on the layout and see how well she can pull. But I think we should lube it up a little bit, just in case. So that's what we're going to try now. Okay, this shell should pop off easily. It just is held by these plastic little slots here and plastic pieces that jut out that are black. So when you can lift it off kind of easily. Now we can look inside, and we can see that this is a sort of a complex mechanism. There's an open frame motor, which is old school. That leads to a drive shaft, which you can see there are gears going straight down. And that gear well going straight down turns out to be this big gear on the bottom. And that big gear on the bottom is encased, and it goes to, it opens on both sides. And there's an apparatus there which connects to this truck and the other truck, and therefore that main gear spinning will turn that little spinning shaft here and on this other truck, and then there'll be transverse gears that will refer the power to all the wheels. So let's see if we could see that spinning. Might not be that easy, but what we're going to do is transfer power directly to the motor in a careful way. Now you can see this is going straight to the frame, and this one is insulated. I don't know how strong this is, so I got to be careful. Yeah, see, that's insulated. So this is the insulated part, and this is the frame. So this looks sturdier than that. So I'm going to just try to connect this here on that nut. Now that that's on and that's insulated, I should be able to touch. Let's put it on here so we can get some good lighting on there. All right, now I should be able to touch. I'm going to put the power on, but nothing should happen. Oh, wow. You know why it's happening even with one wire on? I just happened to put it on the rail just right. Cool. So what's happening is the rail still has the green wire on it. The green wire powered rail is touching this big frame. By touching that frame, that's giving power to the frame, which is not insulated, and the red wire is on the insulated part. So she should work. I have to see if we can get some more light in there. Yeah, you see she's running great. Now she's also been sitting around for a while. And let me just shut that power off in case. And let me reset up the lighting. Okay. Now, we know she wants to go. No problem with that. I'm going to put this wire clip back on. What type of oil? We should use the Labelle gear oil. I'm sticking with Labelle. I'm not going to any other kind of oils for now. This I know is safe. I really don't want to have any surprises later by switching to a new fancy oil and maybe having some issues. So right now I don't have any issues. I'd like to leave it like that. This oil never hurts anything. This place is not to put it. Don't ever put it on the engine. Now this is an open frame motor, so this is kind of different, but see that's a sintered bronze bearing on the motor. That means it's impregnated with oil naturally. You don't really need to lube that. You just kind of screw things up if you do. So I really wouldn't touch that unless you have some crazy need. I'm going to put a little drop in here. That should carry, this oil should carry through. And it's plenty. Now, if I want to get crazy, I could take these apart to get inside there. I don't know how friendly they are as far as being taken apart. See, there's a lot of plastic parts that snap off. Older plastic, you always have to be a little careful. Why? Well, because it does get fragile. Don't know how old this kit is, but it's probably pretty old. I'm going to go with the lighter Labelle oil for this, but I'm going to have to use a plier because for some reason I got to get my other Labelles. But the one I got handy here seems to pull the needle off with the cap. Don't know why. Just got a little, everything's unique. And it's old. Okay, we put that on. Now we're going to put a little tiny drop of oil. Oh, those are bronze too. I don't really need it there. I'm going to put it in here. All right. That should be plenty. Probably a little bit too much. Really would like to get inside there, but I don't know that it's really necessary at this point. Let's see how she goes. We may do that at a later point. Wow, she got a flywheel. Didn't even realize it. Yeah, she's running really well. Ooh. I'm going to have to find the plans for this locomotive online. And then when I download and print it, I'll be able to know the exact way to take those trucks off. So I can get inside and either clean it up, lube it, whatever is necessary. Maybe wipe off some excess oil, what have you. But for the moment, she is not a bad runner, considering she's been probably sitting around forever. Now let's just reverse polarity. See, she's picking up juice. Fantastic. For an open frame motor. Now, you really can't ask for much better than this in terms of slow speed operation. This would take an hour to go around my big layout. At this speed, anyway. So whoever built this kit knew what he was doing. Or she. Oh, this was a steal for $5. All right, well, let's put the top back. What is this? A coupler. And as you could see, this just has to be snapped back in. I'll do that and we'll put it back on the track in a second. Can't do it with one hand, and I'm holding the camera, which is fun, but gotta come up with a better camera holder. Well, let's see what we can do here. Should just be a slight little tug. And again, slightly to tug that, or use a screwdriver. Gently, gently, gently. And it popped right in. Now, until you hear it snap, you don't know that it's truly in. Yeah, hear that snap? Oop. She wants to snap on one side. But yeah, now she snapped in. Now, this camera has some interesting claw mechanism, so I hooked it right onto the light pole. Now let's see if she works now. Now, I just think it would look great with this on it. And of course, then you got to add catenary. Could be some slippage there. Could be some slippage of gears. Yep. There's a slippage inside. And not sure what's slipping. And the only way we'll be able to get into there and find that out is to take those trucks apart. But like I said, I'm going to have to go online, get the blueprints, the schematic diagram, exploded diagram, to take it apart and see what's slipping. Could be the axle slipping inside. It could be a number of things. So we've got a little project. So we gotta fix the main gearage first before we improvise with lighting and secondary things like this neat little pantograph. So we'll get back to you. Let's see how this works and progresses. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Bye for now.